back with Murphy and Millie and Hudson. Bless you. Your sock. Fluttershy.
I don't know. I'm gonna finish Fluttershy, and I get Elsa.
Yeah. So we got home this evening around 6 o'clock, and Murphy was fine. And then she started fussing a little bit when we were in Walmart at like 7 or 8. And then at about midnight she was just screaming like in pain, and obviously something wasn't right. So I quickly drove her to Naval Hospital. By the time we got here, she threw up a lot, and she's pale, and her fontanelle is super sunken in. And now they're about to transport her to UNC again. So this will be the 5th admission since March 7th. She is loading up into the ambulance right now, and she's being life flighted to UNC, and I cannot ride in the helicopter, so I'm about to go hurry and pack a bag at home and then drive there. She'll get there probably way before I will. And I stressed to keep her warm, because the last thing, she's naked right now, but bundled up and with heaters, but the last thing that she needs is to get cold. So I'm on my way back to UNC, and she's being life flighted. Murphy B. We just found out that she has meningitis again. It's a different kind. She's about to go back to the operating room. She's about to go back to the OR. We are down there now, and hopefully it all goes really smoothly. Murphy's surgery went well. I'm still waiting for her to go to the PICU, and there's a waiting room, but I found windowsills, and it's nice and sunny out. I decided to sit in the windowsill and get some sun until she gets in there. So I'm just waiting for her to get in there. They won't let me in until she's there, and we'll see how she's doing. I got her to take her binky. This is where it's draining out of and into this. She's all cozied up with her monster. Her vitals look good. So I have not slept for like 2 days. And this is what I have to sleep in. I'm so freaking tired. I'm not gonna get any good sleep with this. I'm very tempted to go get a hotel room. Good morning, Murphy. Are you back to sleep now? Hi, honey. My sweet girl. Oh, I know. It's okay. It's okay. You want this? Here. Go on. You gotta go on, big. There you go. Yeah. Alright. I just went to Target. I have all my bags of stuff because we will be here a while. Probably 2 to 3 weeks at least again. So I had to get some good shampoo and some good body wash, and you know, just like good toiletries that aren't hospital toiletries. There's no offense to the hospital, but shit makes my hair feel like straw. So Murphy has been in a lot of pain today. She's getting morphine every 4 hours with Tylenol. We just got some of her lab results back, and it looks like the vancomycin is low, so I don't know if they're going to increase that. That's one of the antibiotics that she's on. So we'll see. And at some point, she's supposed to move up to children's. Two of our favorite nurses came to visit her today and tried to get her a spot up there, or did get her a spot up there. But so far, as far as I know, they haven't moved her. Also, I saw this little cross necklace that's like choking me right now because these bags are like pulling on it, but it had a really, really good message about keeping the faith, even if you don't know why things are happening. And I felt like I just really needed that, and I needed to see it. And so I got the necklace as a reminder. So anyway, I will update once I get settled, probably in the children's floor. Murphy, Murphy, Murphy. It's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay. You're alright. Mommy's here. So, Murphy is doing a little bit better right now. But I have to keep my hand on her so that she doesn't startle and start having neuroirritability again. Her brain MRI looks pretty good. You can see more brain, which we didn't think we would see, so I'm really excited about that. They don't anticipate for this particular bacteria to cause more damage, and so far they haven't seen any more damage on the MRI yet. I know it can take a while, so that remains to be seen, but the neurosurgeon didn't think that that's something that we'll see from this. So far today, her CSF hasn't popped positive. I hope and pray that it doesn't, and that we're on top of this bacteria infection. Her fevers, knock on wood, have gone away for now. So, and she's resting more comfortably. She does scream when she's moved. She does still have the neuroirritability, but she's on a lot of medications to help her with that, and I think they're finally starting to maybe work a little bit. So, I have to go get Jake tonight. His aunt is coming to town, and then his mom. They're great. They are going to watch the kids, and so he can be up here just during this really bad phase, because for the past 5 days I have maybe gotten 3 hours of sleep in like 20-minute intervals, like no sleep at all. So he's gonna come up here, and hopefully I can get some sleep tonight and he can comfort Murphy, because this is what I've been doing for 5 days. I had to call the nurse in here to even use the bathroom. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's so scary. Okay. So I haven't been videoing much because it's been a really, really, really crazy last week. Ouch, there's something in my sock. But Murphy has been neurostorming, and I don't remember if I said that already or not. I went to go get Jake last night because she has been doing this for days and days straight, and I've had to literally stand over her day and night and like hold her to make her more comfortable. But anyway, so she started neurostorming again at like 2 in the morning last night, and it lasted until about 6 to 8 this morning. Hold on. And so now Murphy's pretty comfy, and Jake is sleeping, and since I got a few hours of sleep, I'm gonna go get some food, and that way we have some like frozen meals to eat while we're here. And then I'm gonna come back and do some laundry. People probably think I'm insane videoing, but whatever. So I'm really hoping that this neurostorming stops soon. It's just a really miserable thing to watch, let alone I'm sure that she's absolutely miserable. So, yeah. Alright, it's like 2:30 in the morning right now. Murphy's IV infiltrated earlier, so they have been trying to get a new IV because she has her antibiotics going through that, which is so important. And they've had so many people in. They had a bunch of nurses in, doctors in, got anesthesiologists in with an ultrasound. They couldn't find anything at all. They got one of Murphy's old doctors from the NICU to come, and she's really good. She even teaches classes on like how to place PICC lines and everything. She couldn't find anything. Well, she found them, but they were no good. They like not collapsed. Anyway, they just didn't work. Whatever. Anyway, so Jake is sleeping right beside me. I went to go get him the other day, and I don't remember if I said that or not. But anyway, so now that nobody has been able to do an IV for her, they're gonna have to come up with another plan. I don't know if they're gonna do like a more permanent placement surgically or what, but I hope that they don't do surgery, because then she'll be back in the PICU, and I don't want that. PICU is thumbs down. Nothing wrong with them, but we like to be on the floor, and we especially like to be like in familiar places. We have some really great people up here. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now. She's been neurostorming for the past since like Monday, and it is getting better. She's on a few different medications for that, and also some medications to help with her muscle tone because she had increased tone from the neurostorming, and it seems to be really helping. Knock on wood. So far this evening she's done really great. Totally different kid than just a day or more ago. So I'm very happy about that, and I hope that continues because she's much more comfortable that way. As far as her, gosh, I'm sorry. As far as like her infection, her CSF so far over the last 48 hours has been negative. I'm really hoping that it never turns positive, and that her antibiotic treatment starts at that 2-day-ago mark for the 21 day. I think it's 21 days. I keep forgetting to ask infectious disease, but I'm pretty sure it's 21 days. So hopefully that will be like retroactive for 2 days ago. But that's really good news. And then even on her MRI the other day, you could see more brain. Like, you can actually see the brain folds and stuff. And all of her other MRIs, you couldn't see that. So that was really, really awesome. She has this little valve. It's a temporary valve. It's draining cerebrospinal fluid out into a bag. Let me show you. That is spinal fluid in that bag. And it wasn't draining as much today, so neurosurgery came to look, and they flushed it, and a whole bunch flushed out, so it's just blocked up. But it seems like not a whole lot is coming out again, so I don't know if they're gonna have to flush it or pull it back or what they're gonna do about that. But that worries me a little. I just don't want her to be uncomfortable. I know she can't be comfortable anyway, but I just, you know, to minimize the uncomfortability, I hope she doesn't have added pressure on her brain because it's backed up or anything, you know? So I've got that going on in my head that I'm stressed about. And then, yeah, just a million things. My breast milk, I'm only pumping twice a day, honestly, because I am not really sleeping much, and this is also crazy. I think I might be near the end of my breastfeeding journey, and I really don't want to be, but it's just like finding the time to like power pump or whatever, which I have not had at all. So we'll see about that too. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get some sleep since it's so late. Hopefully they'll come up with a plan soon about what they're gonna do, because her next round of medication is due at 4 in the morning, and it's like an hour away. So not good. Neurosurgery just woke us up and said that they are doing a procedure. They're pulling her valve out a little bit so that it drains more, and so they just gave her some oxycodone, but I feel like that definitely wasn't enough time for it to kick in. Anyway, we'll see if that helps, because it kind of stopped draining again. Not stopped draining, but was going slower overnight. It's been a really, really long and rough night for her, and I feel so bad. So Murphy just had this little valve on the back of her head pulled out a little bit, and they said immediately like 30 ml of spinal fluid came out. It's alright. So I asked if I could hold her for a minute, and I have to hold her like right here because this thing over here has to be like 6 inches from her tragus at all times. So she's getting kind of stiff and stuff and shaking a little bit, so we might have to see what we can do about that. She had some oxycodone, but she threw it up during the procedure. Yeah, sweet girl. Sweet baby. Yeah. I know. It's okay. Murphy's sleeping nice and soundly now. She just had some oxycodone because she was in some pain from this morning's procedure. And so Jake and I are going to go run some errands while she's sleeping. And then I don't think there's anything major until Monday. Jake and I decided to go out for dinner to spend some time with each other because we deserve it. We've had a really hard few months, and it's been really nice to spend time with each other, right? Okay, so we are back at the hospital, and Murphy's doing really good. Hi, honeybee. Hi, sweet honeybee. She's pretty scuzzy. For form all the glue and stuff, but we got her dressed. She has her little monster. Her vitals are pretty good. She's just looking around and kicking around, listening to me and Jake talk to her. She's about to get a feed. She did throw up, but I think it's more related to the formula than what it is the older. Here you go. It's more related to like the formula and not anything else at this point, because that's the only thing that, like, it's like every time she has the formula she pukes, and then every time she has my breast milk it's fine, but I'm not making enough breast milk for her to have like all the time, so we'll see. I just pumped some breast milk for her. Hi, sweet girl. Sweet Murphy girl. I can't wait for her to start smiling and stuff again. And then over here is her spinal fluid. Who knew that spinal fluid was actually yellow when it was like condensed like that? Like, it doesn't look, I mean, I guess it kind of does. It's pretty clear though. Anyway, here's her head. This is the temporary valve. Oop, it's kinked. I feel like maybe it shouldn't be, but I'm not going to touch it. I'll just bring it up. That's where she did have the shunt, and they took it out. Sweet girl. Where'd your binky go? Here it is. Yeah, this thing hasn't put out much spinal fluid this evening, so they might have to come and flush it again, or maybe it's just that kink, but I'm gonna bring it up. Anyway, say good night, Murphy. Alright, Miss Murphy puked just now again. But neurosurgery had to come and flush her line because it wasn't draining hardly at all. So I don't know what that means, but I hope and pray, and I'm going to really question if they want to. I just hope they don't want to pull this thing out again, because it's super invasive and they have to staple it, and really painful for her. And if it's not draining and they've already pulled it out once, then what is the issue? There's just like, it's so frustrating because it's never just doing what it's supposed to do with neurosurgery, and I don't want her to be in pain. We just need her to heal. We just need you to heal, Murphy. Yeah, my sweet girl. Otherwise, her temp is good. Her heart rate's a little high. What are you doing, honey? But she's the cutest little bean on the planet. You want this? Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what they say. Hopefully they come in again this afternoon or something so I can ask them what's up, what the issue is, and what they can do about it that's non-invasive. Monday morning, and Murphy woke up. It's like 7 in the morning. Murphy woke up about an hour ago screaming at the top of her lungs and crying. So I went over here and I'm like, what's wrong? Her heart rate was well over the 200s, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna throw up. I paged the nurse, and she came in here and literally she started to throw up, and it was like projectile. It was like undigested formula. I've been trying to pump as much as I can, and I'm just like not getting that much, so I requested that she get some breast milk and see if that helps her belly at all, because she doesn't have an IV line. It's okay. she is neurostorming now. It's okay. So her heart rate goes really high. So this isn't even that high compared to what it was. And she startles really easy. She starts to posture. She starts to stiffen. You can see it in her legs and her feet. She has a fever, but she feels cold to the touch, but like she has a fever. Anyway, so yeah, so she started to throw up, and then she started to show signs of the neurostorming, so the posturing and the shaking and the heart rate and all of that. So now, sorry, I'm just gonna stand by her until she falls asleep and can calm down a little bit, which really sucks. I'm not sure if, I guess neurosurgery came in and flushed her line and then got a bunch out, and so now her fontanelle is sunk in again, and I don't know if that change in pressure and everything kind of sent her into a neurostorm, but I just feel so bad for her. My sweet girl. And then this is a Zaki, having the pressure on her really helps to calm her. But see, like right now, her heart rate's like in the 180s. It'll go well over 200 if she's upset and crying. And then her little feet stiffen, her legs stiffen, her arms stiffen and get in fists. And she starts to shake. Oh, poor sweet girl. They just gave her some clonidine, so hopefully that helps her to come out of this quickly. Hi, sweet girl. Give me them cheeks. Daddy went to go get some pizza. Didn't he? Daddy went to go get some pizza. My sweet honeybee. And Murphy is about to get her shot of antibiotics. They diluted it with lidocaine, and they're giving her oxy, or they did give her some oxy beforehand because it seems to really bother her. Yeah, tell me about it. But she's in good spirits right now. And she even gave me a little half smile earlier, so that makes me really happy because I love those little smiles. And then tomorrow morning, so at like 5 in the morning, she'll stop feeds, or 6 in the morning, I can't remember. She'll get Pedialyte, and then at 10 she'll stop altogether, and then she's going to get her PICC line placed. You falling asleep? So that she won't have to get shots anymore for antibiotics. My sweet girl. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Murphy's newest diagnosis because I can't remember if I did or not. But she has Serratia bacteria, and it's really common, or pretty common, with like hardware. So I think the shunt was definitely the culprit, and I'm sure it probably got infected because it was leaking the whole time and no one did anything about it. I'm sure of that. So anyway, it supposedly is not as destructive as GBS. However, it is harder to get rid of. To date, the CSF culture is negative, and I think it's been like 5 or 6 days, so that's really, really reassuring. But I think they went ahead and got another culture today just in case. So it seems like we were on top of it really fast, and it was gone really fast. Or, I don't know, the CSF was negative, so that's great. It doesn't seem, as of right now, like anything much has changed in her behavior, or like damage-wise that we would be looking out for, except for her fingers and her thumbs are like curled in, which we can definitely do some physical therapy for, and we have been doing physical therapy for as she tolerates it. Yeah, so I'm really hopeful that this is not going to be as destructive as the first time. I hope that it leaves her with no brain damage at all. I think it's really reassuring that she's not having seizures. I think it's really reassuring that she has the negative CSF already, just 2 days into it, and that she's already starting to like smile and kick and do happy baby things, even though she's in a lot of pain. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about that, and then I'll make a video probably in next week's video explaining more about it, because we're going to have a family meeting this week, and just discuss everything with all of her caregivers. And she has a lot of teams, so all of the teams are going to come together, and we are going to just talk about everything. And I'll take lots of notes, so I'll be able to give more insight probably next week on her diagnosis and everything moving forward. So, as always, if you want to follow along with Murphy's journey and our family's journey, subscribe. And if you want to see more videos, or just like day in the life videos once we do get home, which will be a while, hit the like button.